Hey guys, I'm sure you've all heard of Cult of Dusty. Well, he recently did a response video to one of Bearing's video. If you haven't heard of Bearing, he's like an anti-SJW type YouTuber. You know, he makes pretty good videos. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check him out. But it's like Dusty gives me more and more reasons to hate him. Like every time he opens his mouth, or every time he comes up with criticisms of people. Like immediately it's like he argues like Cenk Uygur, right? And he even during his response video he used it's 2017 as an argument, right? Like this guy argues like Justin Trudeau of fucking Canada, right? But right away he starts off by like straw man argue like he did a bunch of straw man arguments, misrepresented him, all this shit. And it's like these people used to call themselves skeptics, right? And they can't even look at a fucking video and see that the guy isn't against gay people getting married. He just had a problem with the wording and with the potential that it could have on freedom of speech. And these are real fears that people could have, right? So it's not like he's just looking for a reason to come up with an excuse for his bigotry. And it's like, really? You're gonna make this claim about fucking Bearing? It's like, have you not watched any of his videos, his content throughout the years? It's like, I'm sure you have. So you know you're fucking lying. So it's like, this guy is such a fucking piece of shit. You know, everything he does is essentially for views, and then but also he has an emotional connection to liberals and to the left, right? So whenever he's been seeing a lot of attacks from the people that he liked in this community now to the left and to his party, and he's taking this as like an attack on himself. So this is why he comes out and does these emotional arguments that don't make any sense, and he just insults the person left, right, and center, right? So it's like he's making himself look like a fool every time he makes response videos. Like I really recommend he stops doing it, right? And this thing that's going on in Australia right now, it's not even a sure vote. Anyways, like it's just they're trying to gauge the public's opinion, right, on the matter. So it's nothing that's going to be set in stone. So you don't have to come out and start calling the guy a fucking bigot and a homophobe, whatever, right? Like these people, they're no different than a lot of the people that they argue against. And he even made the point during the video that pretty much referencing the election, he's like, these are the same people that vote for people that are against their own interests or that do the things they talk about. But it's like that actually like emphasizes you. Like that's actually a good example of Dusty, how he wanted like Hillary Clinton to win, etc., but she would just implement, and she's like one of the regressives that he used to fight against. Right now he pretty much targets other skeptics or whatever that he disagrees with that may lean a little bit too far to the right, and this is just exposing these people who think that they're centrist. They think that they're independents, moderates, that they're attacking both sides evenly. They're just exposing themselves to be actual just liberals that don't want to admit it, right? And that's the thing. That's the case with a lot of people I see that want to call themselves centrist. They're just liberals that don't want to admit it. And if you actually grill them on what they believe, it's like you can tell that they are on the fucking left. So it's like I don't know, I mean, like, to come out and say this about Bearing is just ridiculous. Like, he's a pretty good guy. Like, if you know anything about it, if you've seen any of his content, like, see how he interacts with, like, smaller YouTubers and all this shit. He'll just come on their streams. If you have, like, a couple hundred subs, like, he doesn't even care, man. This guy's a pretty good guy. It's like, to come out and smear him like this, it's like, yeah, you're no better than Cenk Uygur. And I hope your views continuously drop, because it's obvious what you're doing. You're trying to play to the progressives, to the left, right? But I don't think it's going to work. You know, the culture is changing, and it's not going to change in your favor. And like, I think one of the reasons Dusty Smith gets so angry and stuff like this, because for so long he was like coming out against Christians and stuff like that, but now a lot of people that he was aligned with in the past are now seeing like, hey, maybe these guys aren't necessarily so bad, right? Compared to the crazy progressives and shit like that in universities and whatnot, and then compared to Muslims, they're like, okay, well at least these people like freedom of speech and this and that, and sure I disagree with a good amount of what they believe as well, but at least they don't want to cut my head off. So it's like you got to think like the majority of people are not going to become non-religious overnight. So you got to think like, okay, who am I going to work with in the here and now to get what I want? So to exclude just everybody who is religious is just stupid. And this is why I think he's seeing this, and he's like, you know, he's set in his ways. Like he's an old motherfucker, right? He believes a certain thing, and this guy, he's never going to change his views. And he's going to keep coming out making stupid responses and accusations to people, calling them fucking homophobes, where Bering specifically came out saying like, I support gay people getting married, right? But I just have a problem with the wording or with the bill. So it's like, did you even watch any of the actual video? It's like, clearly you didn't. You just wanted to come out, get emotional, and make a bunch of fucking misrepresentations and arguments and straw man arguments that he never fucking made. So please just stop, Dusty. But if you like my content, have a good day.